Hi, I'm Phil Chapman and I'm the Toyman, and today we're at Exeter Westpoint Toyfair, one of the largest toy fairs here in the southwest. Join me as I have a wander around and see what we can find. So here we are at Exeter Westpoint, and we're going to be talking to Brett. Brett's been trading now for over 20 years in corgi and different die-cast toys, and we're going to have a word with him to see what he's got on his table today. Brett, how's it going?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, a good day, really.
Brilliant. Can you talk us through some of the toys you've got here on your table, please?
Well, I sort of cover one of those sort of vast sort of areas of toys. I don't really specialise in one sort of toy. Although I started restoring toys, purely on the fact that I was so unhappy with people's restorations and the work that was being done, and sold for good money in some cases, I just decided to restore my own. I mean, this is a little Batman boat that I've restored. And that was just basically a little scrap boat that I picked up for a couple of pounds. I've added some figures to it, and it's produced quite a nice little example of a bat boat. That's probably about the oldest thing I've got on the stall today, the little...
Try a minute.
Yeah, very sought after stuff, the tin plate and the very early British toys.
Yeah.
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was made in London, wasn't it? Or
that came out of the Merton factory, yes.
Right,
yeah.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the draw of it for me. It's all that industry and sort of the packaging.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is about the packaging, even down to something that was sold in Woolworths, for a couple of quid.
Yeah.
Not even that. I think 22.5 pence in Woolworths. I mean, that today will cost you £300.
And I bet these keys always got lost as well.
Everybody loses the extras.
And it's the boxes and these accessories, that's what the collectors look for.
Oh, my dear, yes. The boxes and accessories are one of the main things that people collect for. They want the original boxes, they want the original packaging, and some of the inner packaging is even rarer. I don't know if I've got any here with inner packaging, but let's just show you this, for example. This is a modern version of a Batmobile inner packaging here. Now, that could be made for a couple of pence, but an original one, which is made of polystyrene, they go for anything up to £200.
Wow.
Because it's original, and that's what people want. This is a Corgi China resin cast dog. These were handed out to Corgi Gold accredited dealers only. So if you had a gold store and sold lots of stock, Corgi sent you one of them. So not everybody had one because they didn't make that kind of turnover. Reference some of the original packaging. This is an original counter catalogue box. That would have just sat there in a shop on the catalogue, on the counter, and people would have helped themselves to catalogues for, 2 or 3D, pence even. To find that these days, I mean, that is 1963, 64. It's a very, very rare cardboard box, basically. And again, with all the Euro font on the side to appeal to all the places that Corgi sent their toys to. Find me another one today.
And what
That's
sort of money would that
it.
make? If you could find one of those, what would that cost you?
Easily £100. I mean, it would be fair to ask any less, I feel,
Yeah.
£100 is good money. It's 53, 54 years old.
Yeah.
It's made of cardboard, and it's sort of still square, It's something to be said about it.
Yeah.
Somebody's looked after it.
That's right.
But again, I've just brought them today just to show people some of the stuff that you can find that Corgi produced. Here we see a trade pack of ploughs. Now that's a pack of 6. They're still in the vacuum wrap. They've never been taken out. They're coming up for 50, 55 years of age now. Not worth a great deal of money, but the provenance of it being still in its original packaging, that's the buzz for the collectors. And I expect you find that with the museum and
That's
everything.
right,
that people like that sort of intricate old stuff that's sort of, we don't see that very often, So that's why I love it. It's the thrill of the chase for me.
As well as TV-related toys, Corgi always very famously done the circus at Chipperfield.
Gosh. I mean, they paid a lot of money to licensing over the years, Corgi did. Chipperfield stuff was some of their biggest sales, really. They did everything. Most of the stuff you see on the front of the box was made. They thought they could make some more money from little kits. Rather than make the kit themselves, they'd make the kit in part form. I won't open it because it's sellotape. They make the kit in part form, send it out with a pretty box. They still make money, but they didn't have to spend money making the item
assembly.
up. Yeah, and also it was another outlet for their company, really. But it's a fascinating range, the Chipperfields, and it's very, very collectible. I've got customers all over the world that keep emailing me saying, Brett, have you got any more Chipperfields? I want this, I want that. And again, some of the loose items for Chipperfields, if you look at this little item here, it doesn't really get much better than that. That says it all for me. 1962, it's pretty much as good as the day it left the factory. And to have, as we previously mentioned, the original box.
Now, one thing I've just spotted over your shoulder, which I can remember on TV, is the Magic Roundabout.
Everybody loves the Magic Roundabout for its own reasons, really. Again, another product that Corgi had to pay the license from its original makers. This is a French company, I believe, that originally made Magic Roundabout, but they are so sought after and so collectible. It's everybody can look at it, and even if it's in a foreign language, you identify it as the Magic Roundabout. If your dad was doing really well and was a bank manager or something like that, for Christmas you'd have something like this, which was the ultimate, and actually one of Corgi's largest production toys. It was the largest set they actually produced. And that was your complete Magic Roundabout playground.
And what year did this come out?
Oh, that was 1971, 72. So that's, again, you can tell that from the dress that the children are wearing. It's a paisley shirt that we all used to take to school for painting in, you know?
That's right.
That's complete, it's mint in box, and it's only ever had one owner in its life. And to find that in that condition, it's priceless, really. And the main point of its pricelessness is the box. As we previously mentioned, it is the box. It's all about the packaging these days. You probably won't find a better one.
Starting out collecting Corgi toys, what's the main thing to look out for from an original to a restored one? Is there any major key points?
Buy what you can afford at the time. Avoid some of the selling sites. They can be a little bit pricey. Come to somewhere like this, where some of the dealers are friendly. They'll talk to you, and they'll give you hopefully some friendly advice. And you won't part with too much money. But at the time, my advice is buy what you can afford. Don't overbuy, because then you can't buy any more little bits to go with it. But buy what you can afford. And obviously your quality, if you can find the best quality for your money, that's what we all want.
And it is an investment at the end of the day.
Oh gosh,
as well,
some of these here are better than money in the bank. Here we see probably one of the most iconic Corgi toys of all times. This is the 1965 DB5 James Bond car. Now, most people, unless they've been living on the moon, know what this is about. This is better than money in the bank today. This is one of the most sought after toys you'll find on the market today. It's 53 years old. It still works. It still looks presentable. And to buy a decent one these days will cost you at least £300 for a good one.
Well, Brett, it's been fascinating.
No, it's my pleasure. I mean, as you know, we could talk all night about it.
Yeah, but I'm going to let you get back to your customers and serve some people and actually
lovely.
let you make your living.
Lovely.
Thank you, Brett.
No, my pleasure.
Cheers.
Enjoy. Thank you very much.